Hello Aries, welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reader's naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can by using this plain deck to bring in the star sign or type of star sign of the person we are doing the read about. So, it is a general read, it may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. Please feel free to do anything you want with this information. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. I don't follow any sort of cycle. I do general reads every week. So next week's one might resonate with you. Also, if you've been drawn into this read for some reason and it don't resonate with you, you could be being used as a divine messenger by the universe. So share it out. Okay, we are doing a read on the Three of Cups, which came out in yesterday's All Signs overview for you. The Three of Cups is all about communication, group bonding, group networking, support groups, that sort of thing, reunions sometimes, possibly third parties. All those things need a third party to do it. That's where the third party energy comes from the Three of Cups. Okay, so shall we see who wants to communicate with you, or maybe who you want to communicate to, Aries? We have got a Two of Diamonds, which is quite a bit younger earth sign. Okay, so okay, normally I would do a cup first and then shuffle. It looks like the universe wants me to shuffle again. So to go with our Three of Cups, let's get a few little clarifiers out for this, or a couple at least. We got the Six of Pentacles. You can't see that because it was in the shade. There you go, Six of Pentacles. It's balance of a certain description, and the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. Well, that doesn't surprise me too much, actually, because the rune we had coming out for the overall energy of the energy overview I done yesterday was Ingwas, and Ingwas is completion. Well, obviously, if things get completed, that means new things start. Okay, the way we would do the energy is just here is going to be the connection, or in this particular case, what this communication may be about. Just here is what the earth sign feels about the connection. Just here is the overall outcome or advice to you from the universe. It's what the universe is hoping will happen, because we can get in the way of the universe's plans with our own free will. Just there, underneath that Two of Diamonds is going to be the overall energy, which comes off the bottom of the pack, like so, which is the Seven of Cups, which is interesting because Cancer had the Seven of Cups in there. All signs overview. So the connection itself is the Knight of Cups. How they feel about it is the Queen of Pentacles, and well, surprisingly, the outcome is communication and forward movement. The beginning, that Ace of Wands we saw. Okay, so the Knight of Cups is someone wanting to bring a message of love to you. Okay, so this is looking to be a love read, at which point I will point out to you that there are numerous different types of love we can have. Okay, there is love of a parent or a sibling. There is love for a pet or an object like a car. There is like love for your work, and then there is actually romantic love as well. So it could be any sort of love like that, but this is definitely a love read of some description. We got the Four of Wands coming out with the clarifiers for this. So the Four of Wands is an energy of commitment. It's an energy of new starts. It's the minor arcana of the world. It's an energy of feeling comfortable within one's own surroundings. So possibly you feel comfortable within yourself to actually now go and communicate to this earth sign, or perhaps they feel comfortable to communicate to you. Now, the Hermit is coming out. The Hermit is a card of looking deeply into one's own soul, so to speak. Looking for answers you know are already in your knowledge banks somewhere. and hopefully you will get them. It is also can be just like, actually, as the Hermit suggests, there's an isolation factor to this all. We got the Seven of Cups coming out as well, which is choices and picking the right one, or possibly it doesn't really matter which one you pick, because you would end up in the right place at the right time anyway. And then the Five of Swords, which is an energy of false victories, sort of failure to see the big picture I'm feeling here within this connection. So let's just dive a little bit deeper into here and put all these cards together. We got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is someone who is offering you love. He's kneeling down, he's offering you love. And I say he, it could be a she, it's just a he on the card, okay? We humans, we tend to just do that. We see a guy, we start talking in a he or she sense to what we see. And so he's kneeling down, he's offering up the cup of love. So that could be you to them, it could be them to you, it could be you to someone else, and they're not happy with it. We'll find out when we come to do the clarifier on their bit. But it isn't just love, it's committed love. Okay, they want to commit to the love they have, or they want you to commit to that love, or any way round like that. I feel with this Hermit is not actually looking for answers anymore. It's found the answers, and that's what's opened up all the choices. It suddenly realised it can go in different directions if it wants to, but with that Five of Swords at the end, it's kind of saying, possibly this could, there are options within those choices which could make this all go wrong. Crossing this is the Empress card, okay? So I'm going to say that's who this love is being offered to. The person who is offering the love sees the other person as their Empress, sees them as positive, sees them as fertile. And I don't mean fertile as in they're of childbearing age. It could be that, but it's fertile as in every sense of the word fertile. Things they put their energies to tend to grow really well, as if you were planting seeds in a fertile ground. Okay. The other thing about the Empress is she is attractive. She attracts things into her. She is loving and caring, and she kind of understands other people's points of views. And this is how the giver of the love sees the receiver of the love, that they are loving, understanding, caring, generous, but they also see them as the person in control. Okay. Oh, underneath that is the Queen of Pentacles again. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So it could very possibly be that this earth sign sees you, Aries, as an Empress, which is nice, isn't it? You might not feel that Empress energy. You probably are in it, but you might not feel it. Sometimes we can be in energies and we don't feel we're in the energies. We think everything's going wrong and all that, but in the big picture, it's all going right. Well, we're going down from the 4 to the 3. We got a King of Swords. We got a 10 of Pentacles. No, it's not a 10 of Pentacles. It's a 10 of Wands. It doesn't even look like the 10 of Pentacles. But obviously, it does have some of that element with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have called it the 10 of Pentacles. Not unless the 10 of Pentacles is sitting at the bottom of the deck. Should we have a quick look? No, not quite. It's the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It might be where it was coming from. So, okay, how do we feel about the situation, no? How do they feel about the situation? They feel giving to it. The Queen of Pentacles is generous. She gives. She's quite comfortable where she is. She's financially set. She, to a certain extent, don't mind the fact that she may be single, but she would appreciate if she had someone to share her success with. Now, it could very well be that they see this connection as something successful, something giving, something which needs nurturing as well. With the Three of Wands, they have not actually yet committed to making this communication. Okay, they are still setting the intentions to. Look, the Four of Wands, commitment, the Three of Wands, not quite there yet. And they need that Ace of Wands in their little spread to make that the Four of Wands again. But they're thinking about it. They're setting the intention of doing it. They're wanting to come towards you. They know the truth about the matter. They want to take action upon that truth. The King of Swords is all about taking action. So they want to take action on this communication. They know, not the communicate, well, yeah, the communication, the connection. They know how they feel, and they know that you don't know how they feel. So they know they have to communicate, and they are at the point of actually taking that. Not quite there yet, but they are nearly there. For some reason, this creates burden with them. It could be linked with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is like having everything together you need. It's like having your work, social and romantic life all in balance with each other, and everything is perfect. Now, I don't often give you impressions of what is perfect, because my idea of perfect could be, and probably is, very different to your idea of perfect. But it's also creating burdens for them. So it's kind of suggesting, I said the Queen of Pentacles is quite happy in her own surroundings. She's financially set. Her relationship status doesn't bother her really. If she had someone else, yeah, that'd be fine. If she's single, that doesn't matter either. If she's with someone, that's cool as well. But it's creating burdens, which sort of says what she has as this Ten of Pentacles, she's realizing she doesn't want as this Ten of Pentacles. And again, I'm saying it's a she. It's just because it's a Queen on the deck as the main energy coming out on this little bit. It's not actually a she. It could be a he. It could be a dog. Okay, but they thought they were happy in their life, but they're not, and it's starting to create burdens for them. And it's like, But the thing is, that 10 of burdens is indicating a new start as well. Okay, because the 10 is the end of the number sequence in the tarots. Yeah, you don't have an 11 of wands, so it reverts back to a beginning card. And it's not the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is not a beginning card. But in this particular case, the Hanged Man is the fact that they know they have to sacrifice something to commit to this communication towards you. There's something they have to give up within their life to have you in their life. Now, that could be the fact that they are already with someone, and perhaps they're realizing that that someone isn't quite what they thought they were, or something along those lines. Perhaps it's, I don't know, a religion. Perhaps you're a different religious sect than they are, and they know that they might have to drop their religion to be inaugurated into your religion if things are to move further. Now, it is underneath the Five of Swords. And I said the Five of Swords is short-sightedness or a sabotagement type energy. This could be what the hold-up is. They could be a little bit worried that if they let something go, you might say no. And then they've lost out and they haven't got what they want. Okay? So, anyway, let's see what's crossing this. The crossing card is the Nine of Pentacles, as we already know because I showed you it earlier. The Nine of Pentacles is like windfalls, jackpots, freedom, independence. Okay? Crossing this Queen of Pentacles is a card of freedom and independence. They are tied into something and they want to pull out of it, but they're not sure if they want to sacrifice it. They're worried that if they do sacrifice whatever they're in to become independent, they might be stuck independent because you may say no. Okay, so let's see what the outcome for this is. The Nine of Wands, communication and forward movement. It suggests something's going somewhere. Might not be the way that the earth sign wants it. It might not be the way you want it. It might be. It might be the other way around. You both might fall madly, deeply in love with each other. Be deep. Well, there's the Emperor, the divine counterpart to the Empress we had crossing. So, the fact that the Emperor's come out, and we've decided that the Queen of Pentacles there, she's giving. She's the one who needs to make the sacrifice. She's the one who needs to come in. And we decided that whoever's offering the love sees the other person as the Empress. Okay. And I said, that's you. Okay. And so this is the Emperor. This will be the Earth sign again. So the communication, the forward movement is coming from the Emperor. It's going to be about something which is kept in the dark, a secret of some description. Now, that could be the secret of how they feel about you. It could be a secret that perhaps they have already split up, but they are still living together for the sake of appearances or something like that. That's a bit of a stretch. I haven't got any wands or cards. Well, I have got some wands, but I'm not the wands what suggests that. But the Ten of Pentacles, I've called it a Ten of Pentacles again, the Ten of Wands, that what I thought was perfect life isn't, is creating burdens. And that could be because they are putting on a show for the rest of the world. Perhaps they got children and they're staying together for the sake of the children, which is never a good thing. But that's a totally different conversation and thing for people who are better skilled at explaining it than I am. And so this secret, I feel, could be actually about the fact that they are sort of kind of single and independent. They are free to pursue what they want, but for appearance's sake, for the sake of the children, for argument's sake, they're still together with someone. They're still living with someone. They're still going halves on the bills, if that's the way they work it and all that. But the new start, underneath that 10 of Wands, where I said that would lead to a new start, is there. It's the Fool. It is the start of a journey in life. And then right after the Fool is the Magician, which is the first card in the Major Arcana after the Fool. The Fool is like a 0 card. It says 0 on the top of it. And then it says number 1 on Magician. Now, the Magician used to be called the Cobbler. So basically, that would say the Fool would go to the shoemaker, and the shoemaker would give him a set of shoes so he could go on his journey. The shoemaker has everything the jester needed. I'm calling them all by weird names now. The Fool needed to go on his journey, because a shoemaker won't just make shoes. They're level workers, so they would be very gifted and skilled at working with leather. So possibly the Fool could get a new belt to hold his trousers up as well, and a new bag to put all his belongings in on his journey, etc., etc. Which meant the Magician has everything the Fool needs to start the journey. Now, in this bit of the read, it's saying that this Emperor, this Earth sign, has got everything it needs to pursue the route it wants to go. And it is going on a new route. It's taking a leap. I feel it's going to almost come out and announce to the world that it's single. Remember, we have all these choices. Some of these choices are, well, do I keep quiet? Do I have my Aries on the side? And although they're not on the side because I'm single, they are on the side because everyone else in the world believes that I'm still with someone else. Yeah, all those different types of options. But I think the option that the Earth sign is going to take is they're going to announce they are single. Okay, so what's crossing this 8 of Wands is that 9 of Pentacles again. The 9 of Pentacles, and then we have a Wheel of Fortune, which was the same card which was under the 9 of Pentacles last time as well. And so the communication, the forward movement is about being single. Okay, they are coming out. They're going to tell the world that they are single. They're going to officially split from whatever they have. The Wheel of Fortune is suggesting that this will be beneficial. The energies will be changing for the better for you and for them. But it also says it's a cycle. It's a cycle of life. It's the way things work. You get with someone, you're young, you do your things when you're young, you get married, you have children, but as you're maturing, yeah, you're realizing that, well, what you wanted when you were 21, 20, 23, in those younger years, are not quite what you want now, because there's parts of the brains that don't fully mature until you are reaching your like late 20s, early 30s. And I can't remember what part it's called. It might be the hippocampus. Can't remember what part it is. But this part of the brain is basically the things that tell you consciously what you want. You know, what you thought you wanted when you were younger, you don't want now. Think back to when you were a child. Do you still want to do the things you done when a child? Do you want to go running around a field with I don't know, a group of other people running like a headless chicken, trying not to be caught by someone? No, not really. That's a big expenditure of energy. Well, you might want to do it with your children and things, but that's because it's fun and they're children. But you don't want to do it with all your mates you used to do it with, because, well, that's not how you think anymore. So that's what it's saying. It's a cycle going through. Okay, Aries, that is your read. If it resonated with you, that is fantastic. If it didn't resonate with you, as I said at the beginning, don't worry too much. I don't follow any sort of cycle, so please tune in next week because it might be for you. So probably subscribe and also share out, because you're probably being used as a divine messenger, especially if you got to this point in the video and it's still not resonating with you. But I appreciate you sticking in there. I also appreciate any of you who have liked, subscribed and shared my videos out at all at any point. And I look forward to all of you new people who haven't liked and subscribed yet but are about to. I appreciate that as well. A quick reminder, I am doing a giveaway this month. It is for a handmade wax melt burner. You can burn scented oils in it if you want, or sage, or anything else you can think of. For whatever practices you do. All you have to do to be in a chance of winning this is drop a comment. Okay, just leave any form of comment you like, and I will put your name into the draw. So that is your read. I thank you very much for the time I have taken up of your precious life, and I will catch you all soon.